Did you know that one of history's most brilliant minds, Albert Einstein, spent a significant part of his day simply staring into space? While many of us might associate productivity with constant activity and focused effort, Einstein often found his breakthroughs during moments of quiet contemplation, what we might call daydreaming. It challenges our conventional understanding of how genius unfolds, doesn't it? We're often told to stay focused, to avoid distraction. Yet here was a man whose greatest discoveries emerged from what seemed like mental wandering. What if those seemingly unproductive moments are actually your brain's secret laboratory, brewing groundbreaking ideas? Today, we're diving into the surprising science behind this, and how you can harness it to fuel your own creative potential. But let's be clear, we're not talking about aimless scrolling or mindless distraction here. We're exploring a specific, powerful state of mind often referred to as constructive daydreaming, or mind wandering with purpose. Neuroscientists have identified a fascinating network in our brains called the default mode network, or DMN. This network becomes highly active precisely when our minds are not focused on an external task. Think about it. When you're taking a walk, doing dishes, or just relaxing, your DMN is firing away, making novel connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. It's during these moments that our brains can process information, consolidate memories, and, most importantly, generate entirely new insights. How often do you allow your DMN to truly engage without interruption? But the really interesting part is coming up as we connect this to Einstein's specific methods. Einstein didn't just think about physics in a linear, logical fashion, he imagined it. His famous thought experiments were, in essence, highly structured forms of daydreaming. Consider his groundbreaking work on relativity. He famously imagined himself chasing a beam of light or sitting in an accelerating elevator. These weren't actual experiments with equipment. They were vivid mental simulations, played out in the theater of his mind. By allowing his imagination to roam freely within a defined conceptual framework, he could explore possibilities that traditional experimental methods couldn't yet reach. He wasn't just solving problems, he was creating new realities within his mind. Can you see how this ability to visualize and mentally wander was crucial? But how did these mental wanderings translate into concrete, world-changing theories? Now let us look at this from a completely different angle. The power of daydreaming, as exemplified by Einstein, lies in a cognitive process called incubation. When you consciously step away from a problem and let your mind wander, your unconscious brain continues to work on it in the background. It's like leaving a complex dish to simmer. The flavors deepen and meld without your direct intervention. The DMN excels at this. It allows your brain to make weak associations, connections between ideas that your focused, analytical mind might overlook. These seemingly tangential links are often the birthplace of true innovation. Think about it. Haven't you ever struggled with a problem only for the solution to magically appear while you're showering or walking? That's incubation at work, powered by your wandering mind. What you are about to learn will surprise you about how you can intentionally cultivate this. While Einstein's achievements were extraordinary, the underlying principles of constructive daydreaming are accessible to all of us. It's not just for theoretical physicists. Artists, writers, entrepreneurs, and even everyday problem solvers can benefit immensely. Studies show that employees who take regular mind-wandering breaks often report higher levels of creativity and problem-solving abilities. The key isn't to force ideas, but to create the conditions for them to emerge naturally. We live in a world that constantly demands our attention, pulling us in a million directions. But what if the most productive thing you could do today is to simply stop and let your mind wander? Did you know that even a short period of unfocused attention can significantly boost your innovative thinking? So, how do you intentionally invite these powerful moments of constructive daydreaming into your life? The first practical step is to schedule solitude. In our hyper-connected world, true quiet can feel like a luxury, but it's a necessity for creative thought. This could mean taking a walk without your phone, spending time staring out a window, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. The goal isn't to do anything, but to allow your mind to drift. Embrace boredom, for it is often the precursor to brilliant insights. Think about it. When was the last time you truly allowed your mind to wander without immediately reaching for a screen? But wait, there is more, because having the ideas is only half the equation. The second crucial step is to capture those fleeting insights that emerge from your daydreaming. Ideas, like dreams, can be incredibly ephemeral. How many times have you had a brilliant thought, only for it to vanish moments later? Einstein carried a small notebook everywhere, ready to jot down his thoughts and equations as they appeared. You should too. Keep a journal, use a voice recorder, or simply have a note-taking app readily available. The moment an interesting idea, a new connection, or a potential solution surfaces, capture it immediately. This act of externalizing your thoughts not only preserves them, but also helps solidify them, making them more tangible and actionable. Do you have a system for capturing your ideas, or do you let them slip away? But how do we ensure these insights truly lead to innovation, not just fleeting thoughts? Embracing constructive daydreaming isn't about laziness. It's about optimizing your mental processes for creativity and innovation. By understanding how minds like Einstein's leverage these quiet moments, and by applying the simple, practical steps we've discussed today, you can unlock a deeper wellspring of genius within yourself. Don't underestimate the power of simply allowing your mind to wander. In a world that constantly pushes for external focus, reclaiming your internal landscape might just be the most revolutionary act you can take for your creative growth. Your brain is an incredible instrument, capable of far more than you realize when given the space to explore. What insights have you gained from your own moments of quiet reflection? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other on this journey.